Mr. Charles Chong.
Mr. Chairman, earlier this month, the Minister for Defence made a ministerial statement on national service training deaths and safety enhancements for the Singapore Armed Forces. The ministerial statement addressed some of the circumstances around the untimely death of Corporal First Class Aloysius Pang, and the Minister also shared some of the findings of the Committee of Inquiry which was convened after Corporal First Class Liu Kai was killed in a training accident in November 2018. The Minister also shared some training enhancements which were made in the SAF following the recent training fatalities. And just last week, the SAF announced that it had appointed its first Inspector General, who I understand started in that role on the 27th of February. Now, the issue of training safety is one which concerns us all. Every Singaporean family has a family member who has gone through or will go through national service. We also have a large number of men and women who have chosen to protect our country as their careers. Some spend decades in our armed forces, ready to put their lives on the line for Singapore should the need arises. Now, I am aware that the issue of training safety is not confined just to NSFs, but also to the regulars who serve in the SAF. But this bond of trust we have with the families of NSFs and NSmen, those who are required by law, is where it can be felt most keenly. Now, that is not to say that we should mollycoddle our servicemen or that we eliminate activities which carry the slightest amount of risk. That is not how a military should be run. I would therefore like to ask the Minister how MINDEF and the SAF strike a balance between the need for an operationally ready SAF that is able to defend Singapore's sovereignty with the need to ensure the safety of our soldiers, especially during training. Now, we've heard on various occasions that this balance will be struck by MINDEF and the SAF, and I would like to ask the Minister for clarification as to how this balance is achieved. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the first Inspector General of the SAF has just started in his role yesterday. The role of the Inspector General was stated by the Chief of Defence Force as being to ensure that command emphasis on safety is consistently applied across all services and units. Now, MINDEF also stated that the Inspector General's office will have the full authority to scrutinize and enforce safety processes and practices at all levels of the SAF. Now, the appointment of the Inspector General is a positive step, as I understand that there was previously no organization which covered safety across all branches of the SAF. The appointment has a strong signaling effect and indicates to our troops how important safety is to our armed forces. It was reported that the new Inspector General stressed the importance of open reporting and that he wants to introduce concrete actions to promote open reporting. Now, I would like to ask the Minister if he could clarify what he sees the role of open reporting to be, particularly in a hierarchical organization such as the SAF. Now, indeed, the concept of open reporting in safety matters appears counterintuitive. In other organizations and industries, the reporting of safety issues and lapses is encouraged through confidential reporting, where the identities of those giving the reports are protected. Now, this is particularly so if it involves unsafe practices by their superiors and colleagues. Are we essentially asking for whistleblowers to come forward with their reports in the open? Now, could the Minister clarify why open reporting will be more successful than confidential reporting? Now, finally, I would like to ask the Minister what steps the MINDEF and the SAF take when safety lapses are discovered, including where no harm or injury is caused by such lapses. Now, apart from the appointment of the Inspector General, I would be grateful if MINDEF could elaborate on other systems and safeguards that they have or will put in place to ensure training safety in the SAF, particularly in the light of recent training deaths. Thank you.